What's up, people, and welcome to another Lee's Corner. Today we got a ton of stuff to talk about. We have racism in schools. We have uh, more cop stories that you're not gonna like too much. They're not getting any better. We're gonna try to break down this stereotype of defunding the police and what it really means. And yeah, last but not least, we're gonna discuss Elon Musk. So, that and more, we come back from this break. What's up, people? And we are back. We are back. I'm gonna start off real quick today about talking about the cops and the misunderstanding that's been had over the years. As being in one of the states that the crime spree supposedly broke out on, California, San Francisco, how the crime spree is going crazy. Let me explain to you people who might not necessarily know why the crime spree is going. It's not because of defund the police. It's not because the police have no money. What you have here is the police department's willingness to not work. They don't want to work. They don't want to do their job. They'll even tell you morale is low. Nobody wants to come to work. You don't like your job? Quit. But what you will not do is break the will of the people who are trying to say, just because you want to do your job, it does not mean putting your neck on my friend because you are angry that day. But this is the new code, or always been the code of the police. I should be able to kill at will, break whatever neck I want to, beat people, do whatever I want to do. Hell, it's in the newspaper today or on your Yahoo or Google feeds today. Trump talking to the people over the summer when we were having a pandemic about BLM, talked about telling the cops and stuff and the National Guard, hey, can't you just beat them up anyway a little bit? Can't you just rough them up a little bit? These are protesters. They weren't breaking any laws. This was the president that told them why couldn't they just beat them up a little bit? Because, see, the cops already were. The cops were already hitting and beating on BLM for no reason other than we were there. And this is what needs to stop. Whenever you see a police officer breaking the law, hitting someone, just because they have a badge on, don't make it right. Hitting someone, they should be stripped of their badge and thrown in jail immediately. No, not go home with paid leave and let's see what happens. No. Do not get your $200, go directly to jail. Now, this funding that we were talking about taking away from the police, do you know that California gets over what, $5-10 billion a year for police here? Just so they could turn around and use that money to brutalize people. But Biden will tell you that this money is to train. Look, Biden, I'll talk directly to you right down in centerpiece. If anybody want to broadcast this to Biden, let Biden and Kamala know you can't train racism out of these crazy white folk. You can't do it. I'm talking directly to you, Biden, directly to you, Kamala, so you can hear me, okay? Just so you can hear me as a citizen. You cannot train racism out of these crazy white people. They came to play. They came to kill. And they came to threaten. That's exactly what they've been doing for centuries now. Let's not act like we don't know. I don't know if you're scared for your life, if you believe that if you say something about the police or if you go too hard that you won't have protection or what. But there are other people out here that voted for your ass and y'all need to get the fuck on the ball. Facts. Y'all need to dig down and give us what the fuck we've been asking you and telling you about. You had all this lip service when you was running. It's time to put some muscle behind this hustle. All this bullshit. These cops don't want to do their jobs. And they're going to sit there and take pictures, take video of people breaking in Targets and stuff. Here comes the owners running outside asking cops, why aren't you doing that? Well, we don't want to get on BLM's bad side. We don't want to do that because, if we do, then we look bad. Yes, you're going to look bad. Because you look bad. You don't like liars for no reason. You like liars because they lie. You don't like cops because they beat up people and kill people with extreme prejudice, with no oversight. You hear the same thing every time from the same stupid ass mayor. This was disturbing. Disturbing? Do you know any other word besides disturbing? How about appalled, taken back? Feelings were hurt, disgusted, made me sick to my stomach, made me think of my little kids. How about we use some more verbs? Some adjectives. Adverbs. Something. I'm tired of saying disturbing. And then you don't do anything. This was disturbing. A black man do. Oh, this was animalistic. How dare he? Oh, I've never seen anything like this. This is the horriblest thing I've ever seen. Oh, you got many adjectives and stuff to describe when a black man do something. But when a cop do something, oh. Get the fuck out of here. That disingenuous bullshit. So getting back to my point. You can't throw money at police and think it's going to do anything. It's not. Listen to your conservative allies. Remember? They were the one telling you, hey, you can't throw money in black communities and just think it's going to work. You can't just throw money at black communities. We've done it for years, and they're the same messed up places as they always been. Yeah, you want to know why that is? Because the money that you threw at black people didn't go to black people. Get my hand clap. It didn't go to black people. It went through all the managers and such it was supposed to go to, but it didn't get to the black people. What did Pac say? What did Pac say? God, I want to quote him so bad I can't think of that. I can't think of the name of it right now. He said, charity don't get to the ghetto. There you go. Charity don't get to the ghetto. And it don't. Best way you want somebody, you can't throw money at these cops and think they're going to retrain them. Retrain them to what? Retrain them to treat black people better? Retrain them to actually know the rules and the law? Retrain them about professionalism? Training them to keep their mouth shut no matter what the person in the car says? Are you going to train them for that? Because guess what? You know who had better training than police officers? Black people in the 60s. Well, yeah, when we went into these diners that didn't want us there, we were trained. Don't you move. Don't say nothing. We getting pie thrown in our face, getting called nigga, getting called that, getting called a drug away from the thing, everything else. We were taught not to make a move, not to make a sound. Now you punk ass, some of them bitch cops couldn't even deal with that. Oh no, why I gotta deal with that when I got a gun? I got pepper spray. I got mace. I got a baton. I got a stun gun. I got this. You got 7 weapons and you still scared of a person in the car who possibly don't have anything. How the hell can you be scared when you got a damn lightsaber on your side and a gun? And then 4 more weapons. Hell, you could have Batman's utility belt. What the fuck are you scared about? Is it just naturally to be scared? According to police officers, we have 100 trillion interactions with people a day, and hardly any of them turn into anything. And then you say we have the most dangerous job in the world. Every track stop could be the end of our lives. Well, it can't be both. It can't be both. Come on. Name one or the other. It can't be both. That's all I'm saying. You can't have one and then go back on it and say something else. That's lunacy. Oh, my goodness. But throwing money at the cops is not the answer. Biden. And yeah, I know your whole situation about, oh, well, if they act wrong, we'll cut federal funds or whatever the case may be. Well, maybe you need to do that anyway. Maybe we need to take some of this money and give it to people that know how to deal with mentally ill people instead of just shooting them up and putting them in prison. That's what we need. We need a response team. Y'all seen the Avengers? I thought this thing wasn't ready yet. They're not an army. They are a response team. We need a response team. We don't need the cavalry. We don't need a bunch of white men out there just ready to shoot anything and everything. Shit, they're a bunch of punks in the 80s. When they had the gangs out there, they were scared as hell, running for their life. We outgunned, we outgunned. Now you're shooting the innocents. Now you don't even go to gang terror. Now you're shooting innocents in their own cars, driving home from work. Throwing them over their cars, shooting them in the head, wrestling them to the ground, putting knees on their neck because you ain't got nothing better to do. Now, let's go to my first police issue of the day. Policemen in Syracuse were caught on video camera, and 2 black men were watching when this happened. Jerking off a black kid from his bike, just jerking him off his bike. He's 8 years old, 8-year-old black kid. Because supposedly he had stole a bag of chips.
What are y'all doing?
What is y'all doing?
Guess. Take a guess what I'm doing.
Hey, you're like a baby to me. Why you?
Guess what I'm doing.
I don't know what you doing. I just see you snatching him up off the.
No.
So what's going on then?
He's stealing stuff. If he breaks into your house to steal something.
Nah, man. What, he selling a bag of chips? So y'all treat me like a whole cold-blooded fucking killer?
Keep walking, dude. You don't even know what you're
Keep
talking
walking.
about.
I know what I just came up and see. I know the fuck I just came up and see.
Okay, what did you see?
I see y'all snatching him up a bike like he a fucking grown-ass man. Ain't he saying it wasn't him? Fuck is y'all doing?
Crazy. How old is he? 10 years old?
Fuck is y'all talking about, man?
That's against the law.
Fuck is y'all doing?
So you cannot put that.
What is y'all doing? Take the fucking chips. If he stole some chips, I'll pay for him. I'll pay for him. You don't even know where he lives. Y'all just throwing him in the fucking car.
That's what they do. They come here.
Fuck is y'all doing? Bro? Leave him alone.
Show camera. That's all we can do.
That's the story. The brother was like, "What you doing, man?" Cops sitting up there like, "Dude, mind your own business. What if this kid came to your house and broke in?" Hold on. What if this kid came to your house and broke in? You don't even know what you're talking about. He said the boy said they said he stole a pack of chips. I'll pay you for the chips. Quit manhandling that kid. What's wrong with y'all? You don't even know what you're talking about. Move along. Move along. Even the little kid's buddy, the 8-year-old buddy, was saying he did not do this. He didn't do it. He said, "Why don't you just take that little boy home?" "Oh, we might take him home if you just shut up." Matter of fact, he's putting the kid in the car. The kid's screaming. Why do you think the kid's screaming? Why would the kid be screaming if he's not hurting him? If in some way he's not hurting him, why would the kid be screaming? Now, like I said before, just think what would have happened if them two black men wouldn't have been there. And like that dude said, why don't you do this shit on your side of town? That's why they don't That's why they don't want white people doing their side of town. They want you to come to the enemy side of town to do stuff. That's why they want you to do that. I want to see them go on their side of town and start wrestling young little white boys to the ground for a bag of chips. Hell, they might just pick them up. Hey. I know kids will be kids, kid. Go ahead, take it. I'll give him the 35 cents. Go ahead, run on home. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all keep y'all noses clean. Little kid look like my son, little blonde-haired bastard. Oh, that's something. But with our kids, you saying if he stole the chips, his next thing he gonna do is climb through this black man window and rob his house. Woo. See? White folk. Yeah, we know what you think. Oh, just awful. Sad, really. Sad. Ooh, these people ain't no. Oh goodness, they something else. Okay, let's keep it moving. So another cop situation in Santa Ana. See, once again, cops being dirty. Basically, these police officers in Santa Ana was at a stakeout. They were trying to stake somebody out. And they got the wrong, well, I ain't gonna say they got the wrong neighborhood, but they fucked with the wrong one because the city councilman, Jonathan Hernandez, lived in this particular area and asked the cops what was they doing there. And they said that we were in an investigation. He said, "Okay, cool, do your thing." He said 10 minutes later, they was gone. But he knew something was up, so he stayed up. 15 minutes later, before 10 o'clock that night, they was back playing Disney music, loud Disney music. Now, why would these people be playing loud Disney music? Well, they know if anybody's taping this situation that they can't use this music to put online because you'll get music infringement by Disney and they'll pull it. Here's a little tip, cops. Whenever you try to be stupid or you try to be smart, think about it a little bit differently than that, okay? Because I'm going to tell you the honest truth. You think you're being smart and intelligent, but I don't need to hear you to get the video from the very beginning to the very end. I don't need to hear you. And guess what? We got so much equipment out here now. You got some MacGyver brothers out here now that can steal the digital image and take that song out of it and just leave back the words that's being said. So what do you think you're really stopping? I mean, if somebody wants to clean it up, they can clean it up. That's still not going to stop the foot that you put on somebody's neck or the foot you put in somebody's ass. We still can see you. But like I said, if you have nothing to hide, why are you playing these stupid childish games? This is what gets me. But these are the same cops sitting here telling you that my life is in jeopardy every day and we got low morale and everybody hates us. This is why they hate you. Because you're hateable. This is exactly why they hate you. Because you like to play games. You want to be funny. You think you're cute. You think you're above the law. So you want to play games. Whew. Like I said, you want to be loved, but you do all the wrong things to be loved. And it's sad. And you wonder why people don't like you. And you go around here looking and wonder why you got a target on your back. That's why. Nobody likes you because you're not likable. Facts. You're not likable. This is the real deal. You are not likable. You got to show us way more than just some damn kid dancing in the street with some kids, some black kids one day that you feel good, or playing with a black kid in the basketball game because you feel good that one day. What about the other 165 days? What about when this kid grows up a little bit? What about when he turns 15? He ain't as cute no more. What about when he wearing clothes that looks threatening to you? Then what? You still gonna ask him for a game of basketball? Right. Still gonna protect him to your fellas? What about when he's on the side of your town one day? Are you gonna still approach him and ask him to play ball? Or you gonna be like, what you doing on this side of town? Now, mind you, your daughter probably on his side of town buying some dope. But you're gonna ask him what he doing on your side of town. As if he has to tell you where he's going and why he gotta be there. But this is what we deal with today. Sad. These people are something else. And before I leave this particular situation, I would like to leave with a quote from my man. I can't think of his name right now. What's his name? Something King. Y'all know him. He's an activist. Let's go. Bottom line, police are not effective. They mostly react to crime or escalate things and use deadly force. Give resources to make people's lives better and crime will fall. Facts. Absolutely. Facts. Sean King. That's what it is. Sean King. Facts. Give people the resources they need and crime will fall. Don't nothing stop crime like a job. Don't stop crime like equal and fair play. You know, the things that your so-called country was built on. Well, let me rephrase. You know, the things like your so-called country was stolen on and built by slaves, and all these promises you made other rich white landowners about if you work hard, you can get there. Yeah, well, we the landowners now. We here. So we need our time in the sun as well. So why don't we try to make good on this promise? How about we try that? All right. Moving right along. Let's go to racism in schools. Racism in schools. Well, got one for you today. Ooh, which one should I go to? Racism in schools. Okay, let's go to Georgia. Georgia responds to a racist prom proposal video that is posted to social media. Basically, a white boy holding up a sign that says, if I was black, I'd be picking cotton, but I'm white, so I'm picking you. So far, the school in Chicago, Illinois, on the outskirts, are still looking into this. They haven't made any decisions yet. They haven't. Of course they ain't. Of course they haven't. But if this would have been a brother doing the same thing about a cracker and said it, all hell would have broke loose. He'd have lost privileges in school. He'd done this. But Chicago is dragging their feet. Oh, we're going to look at it. We don't know what we're going to do yet. Oh. No hate crimes there? Really? No nothing? No spitting in the eye? Really? But if he'd have beat the hell out of Johnny, then that'd have been a problem, right? See, like I said before, it's okay for racist tropes. It's okay for white kids to be racist. But let's not try to educate them not to be racist, because that'll hurt their feelings. No, don't take this time in the sun for these children to learn not to be racist, like their mothers and fathers have taught them so graciously. No, they can't do that. You got people in Florida and other places pulling out school books that's teaching kids how to be good, teaching kids how to respect everyone, except despite their hue in their skin or anything else. But like I said, that's not what this country's about. This country's afraid of losing its white self. Every day it sees power slipping through its hands, and it's so fearful. You see them trying to rewind the clock every day. Every time you try to let them know about themselves, they spit it out. We don't want to know. Matter of fact, take slavery out of all the books. Take Jim Crow out of all the books. We don't want white folk or black folks remembering or knowing this. See, if we get rid of it, nobody knows anything. They can't blame us for anything ever again. Except, the fix is in. We kind of already know. And you ain't helping, because even if the people that don't know can steal by your stank ass personality and the way you treat black people, that you think you hold some kind of hierarchy above us. So even if you take away all your past and try to malign it and expel it, your white children will find the light. They will find the truth. And what you afraid of, they're going to come and ask you, why they banning these books? That's just talking about what happened in school. That's just talking about the racism that happened before. I want to know what happened. Then what you say? Then it becomes like the drug of choice, because white people ain't altogether stupid. They're going to want to start learning what you tell them not to read. Just like porn and magazines and everything else y'all scared to let them see, they're going to go straight for it. Just like them rap CDs you don't like. They're going straight for it. And they're going to find out why you been lying to them. And then that's when it's going to be on then, because then they got questions for mama and daddy. Oh, then it's really on, because how you protect your ass when the school books say one thing and you say another. Oh, what you gonna say when the history books say one thing and you say another? What you gonna say? You might as well tell the truth now. You're not helping the situation. I'm sorry, your little white children are spoiled poison pills. Oh, they are. And you're making it worse by trying to isolate them from the pain of their ancestors causing. Tell them the truth. Let them be free from it. They're going to hear about it now or in college. Which one would you rather? Facts. That's all on y'all. Depends on what y'all want to do with y'all children. It's sad, but it seems like that's what y'all want to do. This is why anti-racism needs to be taught in school. 1619 Project needs to be taught in schools. If you want to get to a more honest, cohesive place between the races, then you do that. But you don't want to. You want to go back to the day where you controlled everything about the school system, so you can come out of this looking clean with nothing on your hands. Fact of the matter is, the more you try to push it, the more you're going to make these kids more interested in it. Now, when you go to sexuality, that's a different thing. I don't think sexuality should be taught in schools. I don't think any parent thinks sexuality should be taught in school. Not at these young ages. No. That's just me. Everybody else get your own kids. Say what you want to say. But if you're in kindergarten, first grade, second, third grade, the kids don't even know about that. No. No, 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 no. But black and white, that's always been a thing. You can't just turn that off because you don't want to look at it. It starts with the children. If you don't tell them, then what the hell are you going to tell? You going to wait till they get 20? It's not going to work. Chickens are coming home to roost, white folks. Y'all better get ready for it. Because America's becoming more black and brown every day. I really hate that term, black and brown. Brown. There's some black Mexicans too. Stop saying that. Black folks. Everybody black. I don't even like people of color. We ain't people of color. We're not talking about people of color. We ain't talking about everybody. We talking about black folks. If Mexican want to join in with black folks, then we black folks. They don't join in, we all together. If the Asians, if they want to jump in with black folks, then we all black folks. Because see, what happens is when we start breaking people up into people of color, people of color, people of color, people get to choose out of that color who they choose to help. That's the problem. Well, I picked that Native American, or I picked that Hebrew, or I picked that such and such because they were a person of color. No. When we talk about color, we talk about black folks. Now, so everybody want to jump in with us, y'all can jump in the pot with us. But when we talk about people of color, we talk about black folks. These are facts. These are facts. When all y'all want to align together, fine. Let it be said, and we cool. But I don't like all this people of color shit, people of color shit. No, when you become people of color, that's how they divide you out. Caucasians ain't got Caucasian of color. They just Caucasians. Or they Europeans. That's one pot to pick from. And that's how we need to do. All this people of color crap. Stop it. It's ridiculous. We all black people. That's how it started. Then we want to start being more open and start saying people of color, stop. No. Everybody else can get their own shit. We black here. If you want to join us, then you be part of the black people. You'll get your fair share in our group. But as long as you make people of color, they're going to be able to weed you out. Every time. That's what they do. What else we got? Oh, Georgia High School. Let's go to Georgia High School. Oh, another racial epithet. So they was in the gym, and I'm gonna get you this video too. Let's go. Let's go.
No.
Woo! Powerful stuff. See what I mean? That's what happens. That's what should happen with any white girl, colored man, a grown ass, well, any grown ass man, high school boy, a nigga. You get slapped in the face. Now I got a whole lot of black people. I watch Roll and I watch a lot of people. I get a whole lot of black people saying, you shouldn't smack nobody, you shouldn't hit nobody anyway. Look, you say what you want to say. You call me a nigga, you getting slapped in the face, maybe even more. And it depends on the day that you do it. I'm sorry. It's just one of those situations to where, you know, sometimes you just react. It should be a hate crime to do that. Since black folks used to be killed when that word was mentioned, hey nigger, and they hang in the next 5 minutes, that should be a hate crime all by itself. If they didn't get nothing for calling them that word, then he shouldn't have got nothing. That boy got suspended. That white girl got nothing. She got to go back to class. She called him a nigga, and she got to go back to class. They went to gym. White girl called her brother a nigga. He walked over and said, "What'd you say?" Nigger. So she was brave enough to say it again. Pow! I was in school. I remember a girl named Shaylin said the same thing to me. We was in middle school. Shaylin Sowers. I remember like it was yesterday. I said, "What?" She said, "Nigger." I said, "What did you say?" "Fucking nigger." Pow! She was slapped in the face. What did she expect me to do? Just being real. Don't take kindly that type of talk. That's one of the things that somebody just explode on you on. It's not always fair and it ain't always cool. And it might not always be that way. But like I said, you catch somebody the wrong way black and it might not be a good day for you. So I would recommend you not saying it. And so what? Say the police say you can say it. Well, let's say you can say it. Well, then you got to be still willing to, prepare for the whirlwind. Because even though the police might say you can say it, yeah, you got to take what comes with that. And that might be an ass whooping for many of my black brethren. Oh, these racial epithets. No punishment came to this white girl. It seems that the behavior seems to be okay. But teaching these little devils about their little racial epithets makes white people feel uncomfortable. So it's okay when they lash out with racist remarks. But when you teach them, that that's not cool, that's wrong. That's retelling history. That's re-educating. And we don't want our kids to be re-educated. We want our kids to be just as racist as they were. And by golly, they should be able to be so without black people telling them that they're wrong or evil or their skin is evil and bad. You mean like y'all told us for over 400 years that our skin was a curse, that our skin was evil, and our skin was bad? And even though we're not telling white folk that what you're saying, that's what you're saying we make your kids feel like, and you happen to have a problem with that. But I don't see you coming down DeSantos or anybody else on any of these other school situations where these girls have used nigga and everybody else has been racist, and you come to their age and say, yeah, these people are wrong. I've never seen you do that, which tells me that you seem to be okay with it. Whew, problem for another day, y'all people. Hopefully somebody will get something out of this. I pray that you do. Now, for my last and final situation. A lot of people been going crazy over this whole Elon Musk buying Twitter. Elon Musk advertising that he wanted to do $42 billion. That was a poison pill. Because even if the CEO, president, didn't want to take his $42 billion, he had no choice. You know, he got stockholders. He got share people that's going to be like, hey, you better jump on that shit, quit messing around. What is wrong with you? So it kind of did poison everything. When you throw out a big number like that, there's not many people that's going to say no. I mean, let's just be real. There's not many people that's going to say no. So say he buys Twitter. I hear everybody talking, oh, he bought Twitter for this, he bought Twitter for that. Hey, You don't like Twitter? Quit. Guess what? We got fan base. Yes, black people. Go to fan base for us. By us. We can have our own stuff. It's like being in the barbershop. Black women, white men, black men, black women, black men. Let's go. We can sit there and all talk together. We ain't got to worry about these Facebook. We ain't got to worry about this Facebook bullshit. We ain't got to worry about the Twitter. We ain't got to worry about Instagram. We ain't got to worry about nobody's algorithms. We have our own brother with his own platform right now. Fan base. Let's get it. What y'all doing? This is ours. Our brother made this. Let's do this. Let's give him our time. Let's give him our money. He's helping us and allowing us to monetize our the stuff that we create and that we put out there for YouTube and everybody else to monetize and take cheap shots at and not give us our full stuff, but give the white people their full shit. Take it over here to fan base where you can get a fair shot and monetize the stuff that you do. Sell your own shit. That's the way to do it. Stay with who you want to and use the rest. You want to go from Twitter, leave Twitter. Go to fan base. But at least have something on fan base that you could do so you can have stuff through all three of them. See which one gives you the most love. We need to support this brother. All right, people. That is me for the day. It's been a good day. Okay. That's my time. Just want to tell y'all, make sure y'all join us again on Lee's Corner, where we talk about the things